Hi, I'm Kim, and this is how I look when I wake up in the morning after I've taken a shower and stuff. And today I'm going to show you what I look like after I put on my makeup. It's a lot better. And also like how I do my makeup and stuff. Between me and Alexa, I'm going to be a lot more natural and understated and probably a little bit less bold and not as many bright colors and stuff as far as makeup and hair and style and stuff goes. So if that's what you're interested, then feel free to watch my videos. So this video will be a tutorial of how to get the everyday makeup that I use. Hi, okay, so this is the very first step of the tutorial. I'm going to show you, this is my caboodle. It was actually my mom's. It's from the 80s. It's kind of cool. It holds all my makeup, and I'm going to show you what type of makeup I use for my everyday routine. First of all, I never use liquid foundation because it doesn't really blend as well with your skin. It's super heavy and it clogs your pores, and if you can see there, I don't need my pores clogged anymore. So what I use is Bare Minerals Matte. If you look at that, it's backwards, but you can tell. I use a shade Fairly Light because it's a little bit yellow to counteract the red tones in my rosy skin. That's the first thing that I'll use. Then for my bronzer, I use a bronzer that's mostly brown, and I use L'Oreal Bare Naturel. It's super lightweight and it's kind of sparkly, so it doesn't look really heavy. It blends with my foundation really, really nicely. This is what that looks like. Then I use some liquid eyeliner and my senior color. It doesn't really matter what kind, just any kind that, you know, stays on. Liquid's really nice. It doesn't smudge or anything because I have like a clean look. Then I use a bunch of different mascaras because I just feel like one mascara never really does the trick. So I use the Maybelline New York 1x1 Volume first for my first coat to kind of separate out my lashes. Then for a little bit more length, I'll use the Maybelline New York Falsies Volume Express. This actually works really well, but I'm kind of running low, so today it might not show a lot. Then to help separate my lashes a little bit more, I use Great Lash Waterproof because you just never know, like during the summertime, if you're going to end up being in water. It has kind of a different brush. This is what can't really see it. This is what the brush looks like. It's not a typical super thick brush with a lot of bristles. And then finally, I use the Buxom Lash from Sephora, the Bare Essentials. And this really just brings up my eyelashes and separates them out. And then my final step, I use this eyeshadow, but I'm not really sure where it's from. I got it at like a free sort of makeover thing, shades that are similar are the Bare Minerals shade Blissful Pearl. Sometimes I use the Sephora Western Leather and Revlon Diamond Lust. So those are all the tools that I use and the materials that I use. And now I will show you how I use them. Hi, okay, to start off with my makeup routine, I shake up my Bare Minerals, and to use it, or to put it on, I use a little retractable kabuki brush. Kabuki brushes are really good. You can find in like the big fat ones, or like these. They just help spread it as evenly across your face as possible. So, and I mean, honestly, put this on liberally. The Bare Minerals stuff, like, it's made to work like all over your face in a kind of a thicker sort of like mattified fashion. That's why I got the matte kind, because it covers up, it's a little bit yellower, so it helps cancel out the red tones in rosy skin like mine. For the red spots around my eyes, I use this Bare Minerals Concealer Max Coverage Concealer Brush. I'm pretty sure it comes with the Bare Minerals kits when you buy them, but it just kind of helps cancel out that red like remnants of sleep. Sometimes they're like dark bags under your eyes. And I just apply it kind of a little bit all over the creases on the inner and outer corners of my eyes and right underneath. I also use it and apply it to some blemishes that I might have. Now the next step is bronzer. I again shake it up and I unscrew it. And since this bronzer is really light, you can use a little bit more than you normally would. I smile and apply it to the apples of my cheeks, kind of around the outside a little bit to sort of blend it in with like the line where my hairline, and also blend it with my forehead and kind of my little cheek areas that are right below the apples of my cheek. Now to the mascaras. This is kind of one of the most lengthy portions of my routine because it takes a lot of mascara to get my eyelashes to do exactly what I want them to do. So I use my Maybelline New York 1x1 Volume Express and I just apply it all over. So for the length I use the Falsies Volume Express. And the only problem with this one is that I'm running out. Now I take my Great Lash and I just get really close to the mirror, or in this case the camera, and I just use it to kind of wiggle out the spots that haven't really been separated or declumped yet from when I was asleep. I use this last mascara. As you can see, the brush has lots and lots of little thin bristles, and it's a big fat brush. So it gets all of your lashes and it separates them out, but it also does a really good job of giving them length. This is such a great finishing mascara. Now it's time for the eyeliner. Sometimes I alternate doing the eyeliner first, doing the eyeliner second. Sometimes I might even do it last or apply another layer last when I'm doing more of a dramatic, like nighttime look. I just take it and I do a thin line right up against my lashes, a really thin line. It's not perfect, but that's okay because we're going to put on eyeshadow now. So I take this little eyeshadow brush. I got it from the High Intensity Pigments line. I think it just comes with it when you use it, but what I do, it's kind of a little trick that I use to make my color a lot more potent on my eye, is I just dip a little bit in water. I've got a water dish right next to me here, and I get the brush pretty wet, and then I dab it on the eyeshadow in its palette, and then I try not to make it too wet because that just makes it drip and then it smears your mascara, but I make sure that I have a nice and thick coat of eyeshadow on the brush, and then I just apply it. Now, since I'm a little bit less dramatic, and also I'm not as skilled as Alexa at putting on makeup, I only use one shade of eyeshadow for the daytime. The color that I use on my eyes for my eyeshadow is kind of a blush pink color. It's got some silver. It's not necessarily bright pink, but it's not dark purple either. It's really good for just having a little bit of shimmer and bring your eyes out without being overly dramatic or sparkly if you like a simpler but accentuated look. Sometimes it gets a little bit out of control, and I just refer back to my Max Coverage Concealer brush. I don't put anything on it, and I just kind of drag it and dust the tops of my eyelids from where the eyeshadow stops to right underneath the brows to kind of blend it in with the rest of the color of my face. And that is all my day makeup. It's a really good, simple, clean look.